Hey, Mike Foster, remember that old Doobie Brothers song? It keeps you running, yeah, it keeps you running. Now, I can't do a Michael McDonald impression, but I can do a Mike Foster impression, and that is, I just walked up a hill, excuse me, I'm breathing a little heavy. What keeps you running? You know, I know that song is all fun, and you can say, what keeps you going? What keeps me going? What keeps me running? Well, there's a lot of things. You know, over 30 years ago when my wife was pregnant with my son, who's now going to be 32 this year, that kept me running. The pressure, the responsibility of being head of a household, that kept me running for a long time. Even though I've always been self-motivated, that was like the emphasis on the back of my self-motivation. Like, Mike, you gotta bring home a paycheck every single day. You gotta keep a roof over your head. You gotta keep it running. You gotta take care of business. And I did. Having mortgages since then, having that responsibility to pay a house payment, to not go bankrupt, to not be behind on your bills. So yeah, those are financial keeping you running. But what keeps you running? What gives you that motivation to wake up every morning and go to work? I mean, we all have that option. This is a free society here in America where you're not forced to work. That's a choice. What keeps you running? What makes you want to do that? Ask yourself that while I tell you what motivates me. And it's not just to pay the bills and to make sure that there's a roof over my head, although those are basic instincts. Those go back to our hunter-gatherer days where we want to have food, we want to have safety, we want to have shelter. That's kind of innate in our brain, I believe. But what keeps me running is the fact that every day that I don't do something is a day wasted. Every day that I don't better myself as a person is a day that I missed out on. Every day that I'm not taking steps forward, I'm taking steps backward. Now, these may sound cliche, but there's a reason they're cliches, because they're true. All successful people go through those same thoughts. They all ask themselves, is this worth it? Do I really want to put forth that effort again today? They maybe don't ask it as often as folks that are unsuccessful. Why? Because those that are successful, and I consider myself a highly successful person, they keep running. They keep the fuel in their tank because they're driven by the passion to succeed, by the lust for life, because life keeps running. Life keeps moving. It keeps going. Life doesn't stop for you. So you can't stop for life. Life is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing story, saga. And if you slow down, then life will run right by you. So, what keeps you running? I won't sing again, I promise. Well, what should be keeping you running is the desire to do everything you can to stay on top of your life, to live it to its fullest every day in every way, and understand what a precious, fragile commodity that it is. So, wake up every morning with a lust for life, a zest, a zeal to keep running and keep running and keep running until one day you sit down and say, oh my gosh, I'm 97 years old and I've had a pretty damn good life. So keep running and think about that, huh? Until next time, peace.